matters because plants and roots and soil exist in symbiosis. The plants are photosynthesizing and they're sending down sugars into the soil, and that is feeding the community of microorganisms, and they're then making nutrients available and cycling them up through the plants and then creating your crops. There are a range of basic tests you can do to look at your soil health. One of those is a visual evaluation of soil structure. So with good, healthy, biologically active structure, it'll be kind of bobbly and crumb-like. If your structure is actually more poor and compact, it'll be really blocky and angular and there's no pores or air spaces in it. When you're doing this test, it's good to dig a hole in the middle of the field and under the hedge, because if it's under the hedge, it's probably been undisturbed for quite a while, and it'll give you an idea of what really good, healthy, biologically active soil structure could look like. Other tests that you can do are counting earthworms. Earthworms are the biggest organism in the soil food web, so if you've got lots of them, you'll know that you've got a good, healthy community of microorganisms below the soil. The slake test is also a great test. If the soil structure is held together by good biology, the soil, when it's submerged in water, won't break down. So that's 3 weeks in water? Yeah, 3 weeks in water. You can see how much it's held together around the roots, because that's good biology. Lots of glomalin holding the structure together, so it's sort of spongy. There are lots of things you can do to improve your soil health. For example, making sure the soil is covered. If you've got living cover, you've got, you know, the food going in, and if you've got plant residues, it's also organic matter to feed the soils. You always want to think about how you're feeding your underground livestock, your microorganism community. So also things like compost and compost teas, manure from grazing. If you've got livestock on your farm, that gives you a tool to really supercharge your soil biology, because if you're grazing, you can do things like mob grazing, and it means the grass recovers quicker because the roots are still there and it's got a developed root system, whereas if you grazed it right down to the bottom, you might have this above ground, but you're also going to have that below ground with the roots. Another one of the principles is minimizing disturbance. So when mycorrhizal fungi associates with different plants, it creates this big network underground, but if you plough or invert the soil a lot, this will break up that network. And those networks are great because they can bring water and phosphorus to the plants. So it's really about working with natural systems to have good soil structure, good soil health.